In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to construct and use a makefile. Makefiles are useful because they can make it quicker for us to compile and flash to the board without having to type in the compilation string every time. So go ahead and move to your favorite text editor and create a new file called Makefile. You can use an upper or lowercase m here, it doesn't matter. Makefiles are constructed of targets, requirements, and then instruction strings that will be executed by make. So here I'm going to provide our familiar compilation string, and all is a default target for make. It will run this target when you just type the word make. So if you navigate to the folder that you've saved the file along with your code file, you can just type make and it will execute the string for you. It's a lot easier to type make than this whole thing every single time. And as you can see, we now have a blink.elf file that we could flash to the board. Now instead of typing MSP debug, RF2500, etc., it's easier to just also add that as another target. So we'll tell it that the flash target should require the blink.elf file, and we'll tell it to run MSP debug RF2500 prog blink.elf. And now if we run make flash, you can see it echoed off the string it's executing, and then it went ahead and flashed to the board. Now this is fine, but you would then have to change all of these strings every time you change to a different code file. So make also allows you to use variables. We'll go ahead and create one just called file name and change all of these to reference our file name, which you can reference with a $sign and curly brackets around the variable. And we'll be more specific with our target here, saying that this will construct the file name .elf file. Go ahead and remove the blink.elf file, and then I'll just call make flash. As you can see, it's compiled the ELF file for us and then also ran the flash string. So as you can see, this can save you a lot of time. We can also come up with some convenience targets here to maybe remove all compiled files and maybe an erase to allow us to clear the board if we want to. So now you can type make erase. This will erase the board, as you can see right there. And we can type make clean, and it will remove any .elf files from the directory. Something this simple should be fine if you're just using it to compile stuff to control LEDs and stuff. But if you are using the libembed library, it might be easier to provide some kind of boolean here to tell make if your file requires the libembed library. To show you what I mean, if we try to instead use the hello world file here, which, as you know from the previous video, uses the libembed libraries right here, which need to be linked in the compilation string. So if we try to make now, it's going to give us an error because those libraries aren't being linked at the end of the compilation string. So to fix that, we can provide a variable here and then use makes if-def, else, and if structure. And right here we'll provide the L serial, L con.io, and L shell, just in case we need all of them. So as you can see now, if this variable is defined, it's going to run this line. Otherwise, it's going to run the normal line. So here we have an undefined variable. Save that and run it. It will still give us the error. To define it, we can use anything here. You could type Y for yes, or just whatever. And now if you type make, it will now link those libraries in, and you will have the correct file here, which you can then flash to your board. There's a lot of other functions that Makefiles have. They can be very complicated, but something this simple should get you through a majority of this class. And there you have it, just an easy way to make compiling and flashing the board a lot nicer and faster for you.